What happens when a kind swan tries to help? A mischievous crow plays a trick, and a traveler sleeps. Get ready to find out in The Crow, the Swan, and the Sleeper. By the side of the bustling road to Ujjayini, a magnificent, ancient parkati tree stood tall and wide, its branches reaching for the sky. This grand tree was home to many creatures, but especially to two very different birds. A sleek, dark crow known for its cleverness and occasional mischief, and a graceful, pure white swan, famous for her gentle nature and beauty. They shared the expansive, leafy canopy, observing the world below from their comfortable perches. Despite their contrasting personalities, the tree provided a quiet, comforting home for them both. The cool shade and sturdy branches were a haven from the summer heat and the world beyond. One scorching summer afternoon, the air shimmered with heat, and the sun beat down relentlessly. Along the dusty road, a weary traveler, a man with tired eyes and a sturdy build, trudged slowly. He was carrying a wooden bow and a quiver full of arrows. Spotting the magnificent parkati tree, he sighed with relief, knowing it offered a perfect respite. He carefully placed his weapons on the ground beside him, stretched out, and quickly drifted off into a deep, peaceful sleep under the tree's cool, inviting shade. As time slowly passed, measured by the sun's steady crawl across the clear blue sky, the tree's protective shade gradually shifted. The cool, comforting shadow moved away, leaving the sleeping traveler's face exposed to the intense afternoon sun. A large white swan, who was resting on a branch directly above, noticed the harsh sunlight now falling directly onto the weary man's face. Her kind, soft eyes registered his discomfort, and her gentle heart felt a deep pang of concern for the stranger. Without a moment's hesitation, the compassionate swan, stretching her impressive pure white wings wide, decided to shield him. She created a beautiful feathery canopy, determined to protect him from the sun's scorching glare, her soft white feathers gleaming in the light. From a higher branch, a small, dark crow with beady black eyes watched the swan's compassionate act. He had always been a mischievous bird, often playing unkind tricks and never truly happy when others were comfortable or joyful. A cold, villainous idea sparked in his cunning mind. He saw the swan's kindness as an opportunity for some wicked fun, completely disregarding the potential harm. The crow secretly relished the thought of causing trouble, and flew a little closer, planning his mischievous deed. Suddenly, the traveler stirred, half awake from his deep slumber. He let out a big, relaxed yawn, his mouth opening wide in a moment of pure vulnerability. This was the perfect moment the small, dark crow had been waiting for, and, with a wicked gleam in his beady eyes, he seized his chance. With a swift, silent swoop, the mischievous bird performed his unkind act, letting fall his droppings directly into the unsuspecting man's open mouth. Immediately after, the cruel crow quickly flew away, cawing softly to himself in triumph. Jared awake by the unpleasant surprise. The medium-built traveler sat up abruptly, his eyes wide with shock and disgust. He immediately looked up, trying to understand what had happened. His gaze landed directly on the large, graceful white swan who was still nearby on her branch, innocently observing the scene. Without a moment for clear thought, and overcome with anger and a terrible misunderstanding, the man's face hardened with fury. He quickly reached for his wooden bow and a sharp arrow, his mind clouded by rage. His fingers trembled as he swiftly fitted the sharp arrow to his bowstring, his anger blinding him to the truth. With a loud twang, the wooden bow was released, and the arrow flew straight and true towards the beautiful, innocent swan. A moment later, the gentle bird fell silently from her perch, paying the ultimate price for a kindness misunderstood. The small, dark crow, safe in the distance, silently watched the tragic outcome, his wicked act costing an innocent life. The quiet of the afternoon was broken by this heartbreaking injustice. This sad tale teaches us a very important lesson about hasty judgments and the true nature of good and evil. It reminds us that appearances can be deceiving, and we shouldn't jump to conclusions without knowing all the facts. Sometimes, those who seem kind are truly good, while others who seem harmless can hide a cruel heart. Always take time to understand a situation fully before reacting, because an innocent person can suffer greatly from a quick, angry decision. Let kindness guide your actions and always seek the truth.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.